Hello, Janet Urban, founder of Friends in Film, and you're here because you want to launch your career in the film industry. And you've probably taken it as far as you can, and you want to get more people to hire you as a freelance professional doing what you want to do, which could be acting, camera, directing, writing, stunts, whatever it is that you want to do on set. So in the film industry, you're freelance. So that means you need a lot of connections to get people to hire you for what you want to do. And this is probably the hardest part that most people struggle with, is the actual breaking in. Now, the next big challenge is moving solidly into the crafts where they're thinking about you and hiring you for what you want to do, the craft. So if you're feeling like, how do I even do this? I felt that way too. Let me explain. Let me tell you, I became so disillusioned about my job in the corporate world, and that's what made me know I needed to get in the film industry. I totally went off the deep end. I quit my job. I started traveling around the world. I knew I needed to do something drastic. I went to the Far East. I went to India. I went to Africa. I went to the Amazon. I was living on a shoestring. And I was seeing the most amazing things in the world while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And then I had a breakthrough moment. That's when I stumbled into a film crew in Kenya. And that's where I realized what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel the world working for National Geographic. Now, is that a ridiculous idea or is it a brilliant idea? My family thought it was totally unrealistic, but I had this vision and it was sacred to me, so I held on to it. I'm so glad that I did. So I'll have to tell you though, it wasn't totally easy. When I started reaching out to people that were doing this kind of work, wildlife filmmaking, in Africa, because I was in Africa at the time, they were like, you have no idea how much you have to learn. And they kind of treated me like I was totally naive. And that was like, And I would say some of them were helpful, but it wasn't like, let me show you, which is what I was looking for. So then I was thinking maybe this is going to be more difficult than I thought. But I kept going. I went to Jackson Hole, which is the mecca of wildlife filmmaking, and I found some people who were doing wildlife filmmaking there. And I started getting a real look at what this was really about as a career. Now, I call this time my lost and learning phase because that's where I was meeting people. I was learning, but I was also feeling very unsure, lost, and pretty much making no money, and I was actually spending a lot of money. And that's what you often do when you're lost. But I did some good things, I started doing some things that were helping me get in the film industry. And I teach these things in the A-Listing Immersion program. But I also made some pretty huge mistakes. And this caused me to get blacklisted by some people because I was too aggressive and I just didn't really get it. And I also teach that too. But anyway, one of the people that I met, who was kind of like a mentor as I was going through this, he said something that changed my life. He said, Janet, you got to know you're going to be successful. And that was such a breakthrough, guys, because I was expecting to work my ass off forever with no expectation that I was ever going to be successful. I mean, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's how it was for me. It's probably the most challenging part is having the confidence to make all these situations go your way before you've actually done it. I was very uncertain about my ability to succeed, like I expected not to. So would that affect my actions? Like when I was trying, what I would even think about doing? Like if I didn't expect to succeed, would that affect my actions? Absolutely. Would that affect my state when I talk to people, expecting not to succeed? Absolutely. So not believing that I could even impact or influence the outcome, would that help me or would that hurt me? Yeah, it would hurt me. So how we think is so crucial to our success. So let's talk about right now, let's do a little exercise and talk about what we're certain about in our career, what we know is true, okay? So this would be like, I am certain that I love acting. I'm certain that I love cinematography. I'm certain that I love writing, okay? So tell me what you're certain about, 3 things, okay? Then tell me 3 things that you're uncertain about. Now, this could be like, I'm uncertain how to get the work out there. I know this industry is happening, but I'm uncertain how to get to it. Maybe I'm uncertain if I'm talented enough right now, if I can actually do it, if I have the talent. Maybe it's, I'm uncertain how long it's going to take me to create this career. Like I got my regular job, I got people that count on me. How long is it going to take me? Maybe it's, I'm uncertain when I'm going to be able to quit my job and go full-time in the film industry. Maybe it's that. So please post 3 uncertainties and I'm going to help you with these. I'm going to answer these in the workshop this weekend. So post 3 things that you're certain about and 3 things that you're uncertain about in the Facebook group, and I'm going to help you with that this weekend. Okay? I'll see it in the comments below. Thanks so much.